25 in the morning, Y94 over the Playhouse in the morning, and we're diving into a quick round of Am I the Jerk? Basically, we solicit for these every now and then on the Y94 social media, and we say, what's the situation? We're like, man, was I the jerk in this? And then we roundtable it real quick. Got 3 cases today. AMK, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, Am I the Jerk case 1 of 3. My father recently passed away, and my 3 siblings and I are currently dividing up his belongings and selling the assets of he and my mother who passed a few years back. There was no will, so my siblings are lazy and leaving me to most of the work of dividing things up and selling them and splitting the profits, and have asked for no evidence or paper trail whatsoever, so I've been giving myself a slightly higher percentage of pretty much everything as payment for the work. I'll never mention it, and they'll never ask, am I the jerk?
I would say no, because that is stressful. Why do you have to be the one who has to do all that?
I agree, but...
But what?
How much more?
Slight. They said slight.
Yeah, define slight. I agree you're not a jerk if it's like a smidge, a tiny bit. But if it's like, you know, you're getting twice as much as everybody else, yeah, it's maybe a little sketchy. You got to at least mention like, hey, do you guys mind if I take a little whatever, this much more than you, this percent more than you because I'm doing all the work or something like that?
Okay, but then what if they say no?
Then maybe you don't.
You don't take it? That's not fair. Then they need to help.
Well, I think that's what you say then.
Yeah, just say, I guess maybe you could say like, hey, since I'm the one doing all this work, I either need to get some extra cash for it because this is very time consuming, or you guys need to come help me because I cannot do this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with it if it's not like an insane amount. There's a point where it's like,
If it's not an insane amount, I would say then don't say anything.
True. And am I the jerk case 2 or 3? My girlfriend got the world's ugliest tattoo. It's supposed to be a butterfly, but it looks more like a bat. So I told her so. I said it looks like a pink and purple bat. And now she's mad at me. Am I the jerk for being honest?
Did she ask for it? Did she say, hey, this kind of looks weird. What do you think?
Yeah.
Or was she like, oh my God, check out my new tattoo. I love it so much. I got this butterfly because of my grandma, la la la.
Yeah, I mean, if it was like beloved and she was a huge fan of it, you're probably a little bit of a jerk.
And then if she said, and you're like, butterfly, I thought it was a bat. Maybe right now she's going to be really sensitive about it. So I think you are a jerk, but maybe in a couple years you might be able to joke about it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe she'll find the humor in it. Maybe she'll get it fixed, something like that. Honestly, it depends. If she was excited about it, you're a total jerk,
yeah.
For sure. For sure.
I also want to see it. How bad is it?
Have you ever looked at those websites where just like features really bad tattoos?
Yes.
So funny.
One of my friends
funny.
has one that's huge along her side, and they spelled daughter wrong.
How do they spell it?
It's like Dother. It says like mother, like Dother. And no one knew. No one knew for the longest time. No one caught it until she showed another girl that's in our friend group that doesn't really like her anyways. And she was like, cool tattoo, but do you know they spelled daughter wrong? And then she's like, what? And ran over to the mirror and she was like, none of us have ever noticed this.
Well, nobody was ever willing to say anything.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I never noticed. I just kind of glanced at it and I was like, that's a lot going on, but whatever.
So awkward. And finally, am I the jerk case 3 of 3? I borrowed my grandpa's push lawn mower last summer. He has a riding mower, so he's like, oh yeah, sure, just bring it back when you're done. Well, the whole summer went by and he never asked for it back, and now I've mowed my lawn about 3 times this year using it again, and I've never brought it up again, and he's never brought it up again. I just plan on keeping it unless he asks for it. I feel like this lawnmower will outlive Grandpa.
Oh my gosh.
Are we jerks?
Kind of. So I would either, you need to do something nice for your grandpa, like take him out for dinner, and then just say, hey, I never gave that lawnmower back to you, and now with this season, how are you feeling if I keep it for another season?
He'll honestly probably be like, oh, yeah, if I don't use, I use my riding mower. I don't know if you're jerks for keeping the lawnmower because he maybe didn't even think he was getting it back. I think a lot of times older relatives give you things as like a loan they don't expect to see again. You might be a jerk for saying it might outlive Grandpa.
But come on, I think it might too.
Well, how nice of a lawnmower is it, I guess?
That's terrible.